The Apple Studio display is by no means an affordable display. Believe me, you could probably get better for less, but what is better when it comes to truly caring about the quality of the display, whether it's going to work perfectly with your Mac, PC, whatever, and so on and so forth. So I figured in today's video, I would detail 5 things for you guys that I am absolutely obsessed with when it comes to the Apple Studio display. But first, what's up everybody? How you doing today? My name is David Franco and welcome back to my main channel. I say that because I do have a secondary channel that I've been putting a lot of work into. Check it out right below. It's called Creative Finance. That channel is completely dedicated to talking about your creativity and making money from your creativity. Whether you're a YouTuber, a blogger, you're starting a commerce store, whatever. Like, there are so many ways to make money online these days, and that channel is completely dedicated to that theory. So check it out right below. I appreciate it. Okay, so it's kind of a secret that I've purchased myself the Apple Studio display. I said it because I never officially published an unboxing on this channel. And guys, honestly, that's very rare for me. I mean, I've unboxed the stupidest products on this channel sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to keep the Apple Studio display unboxing exclusive to my Patreon supporters. So thank you to those who, continue to support me on a monthly basis on Patreon. I appreciate you guys very much. But yeah, guys, I've been loving my Apple Studio display. It's something I've wanted for a little while now. And honestly, I should have bought it for myself for Christmas last year instead of the iPad Pro. Yes, I did sell my iPad Pro already. I have owned maybe 5 or 6 iPad Pros now, and I have sold all of them but the original, which is right behind me on my shelf. And I'll never sell that because it's special to me. Anyway, jumping into the point of the video, guys, these are 5 things that I love about the Apple Studio display. And of course, I have plenty more to talk about on my other platforms like Instagram, Twitter, so please, if you want to follow me, those links are right below. Okay, so the first thing I'm obsessed with in regards to the Apple Studio display is the incredible build quality. You simply do not get anything even close to what the Apple Studio display brings from companies like LG, Dell, and HP. And I don't mean that in an offensive manner because I've used excellent displays, especially from LG in the past. But yeah, guys, seriously, you just cannot compare the quality, the attention to detail that Apple puts into their overall product design. It really is that incredible. This display is completely made out of aluminum and glass, meaning there's no plastic cheap parts used. There's no wobble when typing on your desk. There's no awkward creaking sounds when you're adjusting the display. And guys, come on, we've all been there, right? When you want to adjust your monitor, it's like one of the worst sounds you could hear as a tech geek. It makes you wonder, did they even put any care, any love into this product design? Probably not. They just take a panel, they put a plastic bezel around it, a cheap stand, and boom, they call it a day. They look for profit. But with Apple, this thing is so downright beautiful inside and out. It quite literally is a work of art. You just can't beat it. I mean, Apple continues to exceed in the product design department. I don't think anybody can argue with that. And guys, honestly, that's where the premium price tag comes from. You get what you pay for. And speaking of getting what you pay for, I want to thank today's sponsor, Jacana Warranty. Twin David, take it away. Every time you buy something, you run the risk of that something not working, whether it's a display, such as my Apple Studio display, your phone, or maybe something simple like your keyboard. Things do break, which is why it's important to have a warranty company in mind. And while that's why I'm so grateful to have JacanaWarranty.com on board as a sponsor today, thank you so much. You guys gotta check them out. They have coverage for a range of electronics, including cell phones, laptops, tablets, and even gaming consoles, all at a low price. Okay, so what is covered? Well, thankfully, Jacana Warranty has full coverage for accidental damage, such as drops, spills, and cracked screens, as well as malfunctions, because, well, like I said, things do break, and unfortunately, this is not a perfect world we live in. Something will break in your life at some point. It's just how it is. Customers can quickly file claims online, making it easy and seamless for you, the user. And well, come on, I mean, if you're like me, I hate the idea of talking on the phone. I like just doing everything online. And well, thankfully, JacanaWarranty.com makes the online warranty process incredibly simple. And finally, this means that you are always protected against unforeseen circumstances In other words, offering you, the user, peace of mind. Huge thank you to JacanaWarranty.com for sponsoring today's video. Check out their website in the video description right below to learn more. Thank you so much, and back to the video. The second thing I'm obsessed with in regards to the Apple Studio display is the display itself. This is a beautiful, beautiful display. Think of it as the iMac, but without the Mac portion. And guys, I am perfectly happy with that notion because I was absolutely in love with my 27-inch iMac 5K. It really hurt for me when I had to sell it because I wanted to move on to an M1 MacBook Pro, which is right here to my right side and it's currently connected to my studio display. More on that in a bit. But anyway, I mean, I really missed that all-in-one form factor, but the thing I missed the most was the actual display. And I am incredibly happy with the overall display quality of the Apple Studio display because it is just outstanding. It's freaking fabulous. And I don't know if I've ever said that on this channel. Freaking fabulous. That's how much I love this display. Okay, so what are we working with here? Well, we've got a 27-inch 5K panel with a resolution of 5120 by 2880 and a pixel density of 218 pixels per inch. 218 ppi. Guys, that's where the magic truly comes from. That's what makes this display so incredibly sharp. Also, we have 600 nits of brightness, which might not seem like a lot when you compare it, to the overall HDR brightness of my MacBook Pro. But guys, let me tell you, sometimes this display is too bright in a dimly lit room. I mean, it's quite literally, okay, I shouldn't say quite literally blinding, but yeah, let me just say this. I rarely need the display at full max brightness. And well, come on, I could use a tan.
But David, you can't get UV rays from a...
I know. It's a joke. And finally, in regards to the overall display quality, this is something incredibly important, and I think a lot of casual users overlook this. Color accuracy across displays is an absolute game changer. How many times have you designed something in Photoshop, or you edited a video in Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, or even something basic in Canva, and then you export the file, and you look at that same file on a different computer, and you think to yourself, why does it look so different? It's because the color profiles are not accurate out of the box. And I'm happy to say the Studio display is color accurate right out of the box. Now, of course, you can grade it yourself, I mean, if you really wanted to, but I have no need to do that right now because when I design something in Photoshop on my MacBook Pro and then I look at it on even my 2017 MacBook, which is right behind me, or my iPhone 14 Pro Max, the colors appear exactly as I would expect them to. And guys, that is especially important when you want colors to appear accurate for not only yourself, but for anyone who's viewing your content. Number 3, the third thing I'm obsessed with in regards to the Apple Studio display, the speakers. Yeah, the speakers. This isn't a feature, in my opinion, that a lot of people pay attention to because it's not something they really think about because they're used to using headphones or maybe some kind of external speakers. And I'm not gonna lie, using external speakers is usually the way to go. But if you're looking for a clean setup like I am by no means disappointed with the built-in speakers of the Apple Studio display. They sound incredible for monitor speakers. And believe me, this is a game changer when you compare it to speakers on monitors that I've used in the past, whether it's LG, Dell, whatever. You just can't compare them. I mean, it's like a night and day difference. All right, so we've got 6 speakers outputting rich sound, including bass heavy frequencies. Now, of course, this monitor is by no means going to be shaking my office apart, but I will say they're a little bassier than I expected. I mean, in my opinion, vocals are a little too bassy, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can easily adjust that in something like Final Cut Pro or Logic, but speaking generally, music and videos and everything I throw at this display, it just sounds incredible. For monitor speakers, keep that in mind. Again, you're never going to beat true external monitors or high quality headphones. However, considering this is an all-in-one solution in a way, minus the Mac of course, I am extremely happy with these speakers. The fourth thing I'm obsessed with in regards to the Apple Studio display is the fact that the Thunderbolt cable in a way makes this an all-in-one experience for me. Guys, I am using one cable to tether my MacBook Pro to this display not only gives me 2 displays, of course, to work with, which makes it easier to work in like Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, have my email at all times on my right side, but it also charges my MacBook Pro. My Apple Studio display is now my primary charging device for my MacBook Pro. No longer do I have to connect it to a power outlet or a random USB-C cable that's just sitting around. Now I just dock it to my studio display and I'm done. It's charging, and again, it's outputting the video and audio. So again, it is kind of like an all-in-one experience. You're gonna hear me say that a lot because guys, honestly, you're paying for that all-in-one experience. God, it's sounding like I'm sucking up to Apple right now, but guys, you gotta understand, I love this display so much, and I spent so many hours searching on Amazon and all these YouTube videos just trying to find the right monitor, and no matter what I looked at, everything just felt and looked so cheaply made. Thankfully, that is not the case with this display whatsoever. Sure, it lacks mini LED and ProMotion, but I'll be honest, I don't really miss ProMotion all too much on a display like this because you're not touching the display. However, when it comes to the iPhone and iPad, I absolutely need that ProMotion 120 Hz refresh rate because using a 60 Hz display on your finger, it just feels so weird and archaic to me. And finally, last but not least, the 5th thing that I'm obsessed with, actually, I gotta be honest, I'm not obsessed with this point, but I do like the overall convenience of it being there, and that's the built-in camera. Okay, so this is a center stage camera, so in other words, it's not really designed for people like myself using it for high quality videos or high quality screen captures, hence why I'm using my Panasonic Lumix G7. I love this camera, and of course, if you guys are interested in learning more, that video is linked right below on Creative Finance. Check it out. Anyway, the built-in webcam on here is okay. I mean, it is by no means a game changer, but it's great for those FaceTime calls with clients, friends, family, and it's there if you need it. You know, like I love the convenience of just hopping on a call and knowing it's going to work. I don't gotta turn my camera on. I don't have to make sure my video capture device is connected. I don't have to make sure everything is connected and working. You know, it's just an all-in-one experience, and well, there you go again with the all-in-one. But guys, that truly is what's so great about this display. It works right out of the box. You don't have to worry about installing anything except for that software update on day 1. And by day 1, I mean when you purchase it, yes, there will likely be a software update that does improve the camera. Now, it does look better. It definitely looks better than it did on day 1. But again, it's not a camera I'm going to be using very often at all. Because it's just there if I absolutely need it. Anyway, guys, there you have it. I tried my best to make this video short, but anytime I talk about an Apple product, I tend to get a little passionate because I just love Apple. You know, they truly are a premium quality brand, and you just can't get a display like this from other brands without having to sacrifice overall parts and appearance. For instance, the LG Ultrafine display, if it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah, it's a great display for the average user. But what's with that thick bezel up top? Yeah, I mean, I realize that's where the camera is, but why can't they make it uniform all the way around? And that's what bothers me. Like, I'm so incredibly picky when it comes to product design, and this display, I'm just happy with it. You know, simply put, I'm extremely happy with the overall presentation of what Apple's going with. Now, with that said, would I prefer something with mini LED and 120 Hz in the future? Absolutely. But until then, this is a beautiful monitor, and I don't regret my purchase one bit. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts? Please, let's keep it civil. People tend to get a little weird when it comes to, you know, seeing others buy something that's out of their price range. I say that because there's a lot of people against this display, but hey, you get what you pay for. You know, I mean, I'm not looking to start any arguments, but there's a lot of people out there who think the same exact way as I do. We just like better things. Honestly, guys, the best way of looking at this is I would much rather pay $2,500 for something like a MacBook Pro than spend $1,500 on a cheaply made Windows laptop. That's just how we Apple users are. We're used to paying for quality, so that premium, you know, Apple tax, it's not a big deal because you get what you pay for. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for your continued support, and I'll talk to you soon.